check out that sunlight streaming through. Okay. I'm just getting a message from my daughter, who I need to pick up from work, who told me that she needs more time. So I was thinking I will drive to collect her, and I will talk to you about something that I have been thinking about for a while, and I have to turn up my aircon because it is very hot. So now that I've said that all that to you, here is something that I have been thinking about for a while. And I just was talking to my daughter, so I'll give you the reason why I'm talking about this topic now. So the topic, which you'll see by the title of the video, is boundaries. I think that the art of exercising or having boundaries is not a common, not exceedingly common in this world. Not many people are good at having boundaries. They're either don't have any or have too many, or they're too soft, or they're way too hard. There's not many people that have kind of perfected the art of still being a very lovely person and being loved by others and having boundaries, because I don't really know why. I don't know why most of us suck at it. If you have watched a number of my videos, you might have gathered that I am fairly extroverted. And honestly, until I did the Jordan Peterson understanding myself personality test thing, I had convinced myself that I was introverted, which is so peculiar to me now, looking back on it. The real reason why I thought that I was introverted was because I am the mother of 10 children, and apologies for the varied driving lighting that I have going on. I convinced myself that I was an introverted person because I have had 10 children in 14 years. My youngest child's now 3, but I think by 2011, when I had my 5th child in 5 years, I no longer really got invited anywhere at all. But I also didn't realize that I went through this enormous stage of saying, no, I can't, no, I can't, no, I can't, sorry, I can't, no, I can't. Some of those no, I can'ts were because my husband was a shift worker and my children were so young that it wasn't like I could just leave the children home alone and go off and hang out with friends. So the combination of I've just got so many kids, and it probably was really hard for people's minds to sort of wrap around having one lady and 5 kids with her, and me saying no due to my life circumstances / overwhelm, etc., etc. I became very isolated, and I just have literally spent many years at home with my children. Fast forward to now, I'm kind of how do I fix this? How do I fix this problem that I kind of believe I created and get out more and do more? Invite more people over to my house. Invite myself to places. And I'm just so happy being at home with Ben and the kids as well. So that's a catch-22. You go out with friends that you love, but if you really, really love your husband and your kids, you're kind of like you're happy to be with them. But anyhow, that's like probably a whole nother video. My daughter, I'm finally getting back to my daughter. So my daughter is supposed to finish work at 5:30. It is now 7:11 and I am driving to pick her up. I get it. I get that sometimes with your job, especially if you're like an important part of the equation, sometimes you gotta stay late or come early or whatever. Like sometimes you make concessions for different things, much like parenting. And anyhow, I'm the one sitting there going, no. Like I actually had to say, legally, you need a certain window of time between when you finish a shift and start the next one. And you're only 16. Like she's a 16-year-old girl and she wants to be helpful and she's really good at her job and her boss is really lovely. But I'm like, you need to start exercising boundaries, because what's saving her bacon right now is she can blame me. She can say, my mother's picking me up. And the boss is far more likely to be like, oh, okay. Like, what can he say? If you got a 16-year-old kid and you got their parent waiting out the front to pick them up, you're probably gonna just kind of cave and say, okay. But she won't have me forever to be her boundary maker. Like, one day she's going to be her own person and she's going to have to say, I can't because I need to get home, or I can't because I can't, or like I just can't. Like, I'm really firm on the biblical idea of let your no be no and your yes be yes. And honestly, being a parent, especially of 10 children, that's 10 individual personalities that I'm encountering every day, plus my own personality with its own quirks and failings and strengths and weaknesses. I have wavered at times from letting my yes be yes and my no be no. But I'll tell you what, that's been my biggest success as a parent, is that I've wavered so few times that my children very much trust me. They know when I say no, it's no. When I say yes, it's yes. But sometimes I've had to make my yes be no because the logistics and everything else to do with life just make it way, way, way too much. And because my focus is to embrace the joy and release the negativity and live a happy, fulfilled, lovely, peaceful, stress-free life, I sometimes have to make my yes become a no, and I also explain that to them. So I'm not sort of less weirdly flippant or whatever. But yeah, so that's like, wow, an amazingly long journey to me finally getting to the point where I'm asking for your input, like your opinion. Are you good at exercising boundaries? Or even better, and I'll like you guys heaps, I really will like the people that are similar to me, where it's like you're a work in progress and you are working towards having healthy boundaries with people, or you're working on your delivery of having boundaries with people, because that whole tangent about me being extroverted, it means that at times, especially with like other people, I can just be like, sorry, I can't do that. And I know my face and my tone, I might sound like a really heinous biatch, like big time. But that's just probably because I'm freaking out internally, and I know I need to say no, but I've just never really practiced or thought about what my face looks like when I'm doing it. And I have told people, no. And people have told me that it's really refreshing that I am a person that is willing to say, no, I'm unable to do that. And I don't give like a ton of reasons. My no is no, and my yes is yes. But I do think about this topic. I find it interesting. I recognize when people, especially if they're older than me and they have like no boundaries, and I'm sitting there going, or people who try to have like no boundaries with me, like I have in the past been literally criticized of being too committed to my family and that I need to be more me, which is the whole feminism thing again. I personally believe I am my best me, and I also absolutely totally strive to be the best wife, mother, homemaker, Christian I could possibly be. Where can I dramatically improve? I can be a better friend. I can be a better daughter-in-law. I can be a better aunt. I can be a better sister. I can be a better daughter. I can definitely improve in all of those areas. I get along really well when I'm out and about with like everyone, to the point where at one stage my daughter thought that I actually was real life friends with like the person at the deli and the checkout person and the person that worked at the petrol station. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, but you talk to them like you're their best friend. And I'm like, oh, I'm just trying really hard to be friendly. I try to be that bright spot in people's lives. That may be bad, because maybe I'm assuming that all these people have sad lives and they actually don't. But I know that you catch way more flies with honey than vinegar. I know that for a fact. So here I am. I'm just trying to do all the honey everywhere so that everybody will be caught in my net of happy times. Yeah. Boundaries. There's books written about it. And other people say, you should read this book, Boundaries, Healthy Boundaries, Boundaries with Children, Boundaries with Marriage, Boundaries. I haven't read any of those books, and probably most people haven't read those books. That's just the reality. Like, we do the things that we don't want to do, and we don't do the things that we do want to do. I think it's a bit to ponder about. I think that I'll end with this, okay? This is the big thing that's just kablamoed me and my mind. Where are you at with boundaries with yourself? Where are you at with when you tell yourself, I'm gonna go to bed by 9 o'clock, I'm gonna have a shower at 8, I'm gonna make my lunch before I go to bed? How good are you with your boundaries? Because that is my biggest area. I'm not exactly sure on who I am. It's like a big discovery land. But I find it really difficult to like make this firm decision. This is the time and I'm gonna do this. My husband is very good at that. Very, very, like, he's A+, good at keeping, like, his schedule. I'm not. But I'm sure there will be future videos where you will see my process, Lord willing, at overcoming perfectionism, overcoming overthinking, overanalyzing. It's just the over video. Life has amazing twists and turns in it, things that are unexpected. I just believe as I let go more and more of past pains, hurts, regrets, mistakes, and I just really embrace the joy of the Lord, the joy in my life. My heart is overwhelmed. I always feel like crying when I even talk about it, like a little bit, because it's just this amazing freedom that I'm receiving, even though I held on to pain and sadness and hurt and everything for so long. Now that I'm like letting it go, man, it feels good. It feels really good. So share with me in the comments below your thoughts and feelings about boundaries, or about anything else that I brought up at all. Let me know what you think about these kinds of things. Do you think about them? Do you face these challenges in your own life? Have you perfected it, or do you know people who have? We're all in this journey together because we're all living life. And if you're sitting and watching this video, start thinking about it if you haven't already. Keep thinking about it if you've thought about it before. So I have arrived to collect my beautiful, hardworking, amazing daughter, and you know, like the next generation, they gotta learn this stuff too. And I'd rather my daughter start learning it at age 16 than at age 22. So thank you for listening to me. Hopefully, even though I 99% of the time was watching the road, I'm just an old lady that has 10 kids and is pretty busy and gets time to have a chat with you lovely people when I'm out and about sometimes. And yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching my video. If you have watched my video and you have enjoyed it, please like the video. I have heard people say that like a billion times in the past, and I'm like, why are they always saying please like my video? It's literally the way that YouTube then recommends your videos to other people. I've even heard people say that as well, and I'm like, what? So that's how basically the entire universe and world will find out about this video, and they'll also start thinking about having healthy boundaries and how to have them and how to be a more loving whole person. But my hardworking, wonderful, beautiful, amazing husband just messaged me. He is busy driving a big truck to Queensland. So I'm gonna answer his message, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. I appreciate you. I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.